Kasil se tianga tokobits program tial blai me amdangalia Felix Francisco. Felix Francisco amle ebulis de agrap logo le legislator of Lurmol BF por tarra matedo amla en lude melo adram itrdar gatitra magara gadri el altamen el si tatera time el si mene lili siapa bilingel soal mo uiwi morar adar belau lo yang multira kara ya babilingel mi mono litra seli ma arad dilak lo ro la bulis ma arad dilak milt mo adar olutibr olbira lo ro arogul adar belau tira manil ada Felix liter tim lo subes la ya marri di kita babilingel li si tiang atoram rigel mak momo rigel toram rigel en artikel oitia pelibra toia adili maulu laktimo otia very usual ki was it to whom it may concern. I am writing this letter to accept what I did to be wrong and to express my sincere remorse for my wrong decision. I have been in prison for a year and 4 months. The hardest part about being in prison to me is isolation, being cut off from my loved ones in my community. Isolation again and will crush you to your core if you allow it to, But if you embrace it, you accept growth and it leads to positive things. Being alone in my small cell, I have been forced to look at my life and how it led me to where I am today. I think my wife and all my children who were at one point proud of me as a husband, father, a police officer, and a respected community leader, and I smiled for a second, only to realize that I am convicted serving time for a drug offense. I like to consider myself as a strong individual, but these thoughts bring me down to my knees. I would like to apologize to my wife and all my children for what I did. I have brought shame and humiliation to you guys out of selfishness, and for that, I'm very sorry. My family from my mother and father's side, for a year and 4 months, I have been thinking of words to say to you to ask for your forgiveness. It has been very difficult. All I can say with all sincerity is that I am very sorry for the shame and disappointment that I may have brought upon you. I hope that someday you can find it in your heart to forgive me. To the people of Marbeth, you raised me, molded me to be a good baseball player, a worthy son, a dedicated police officer, and a legislator. You gave me everything and many more, but out of my selfishness and greed, I let you down. I am really sorry. To my colleagues and friends at Color State Government, please accept my apology if my actions tainted our government's reputation or the reputation of anyone who worked with me. This is all me alone. To our national government, I served with you all that I have, and I gave all as a police officer. There were many times where my life and that of my family were threatened because of my line of work, but I never gave up. During that time, I worked hard as a police officer to ensure that we put away criminals. Now, here I am. Sorry to have disappointed you. I now come before everyone who are thinking about going into the drug world and to those who are curious to try it. Please take my advice and stay away from drugs. It is not worth it. Drugs will turn your life upside down. Take it from me. I'm a living experience. For those who are currently using drugs, thinking that they are on top of the world, mark my word, you will eventually fall. Seek help now. Finally, for those who are in jail for drug offenses like me, let us work together to try and help with what we can on this war against drugs. I'm committed and prepared to do what I can to help spread the word against drugs, beginning with my experience. To sum it all, I have failed myself, my family, my community, my government, and all of you. It was very difficult for me to come out and say all these things, but accepting my wrongdoing and pleading for your forgiveness would be the first step towards a better path. Sea Baviera, Felix Francisco. Muy ringi, mi budem ringi le, umra, maka umra lo sa rubul adra bulat, la adra bela specific, adizur ang erultean. Meso al lingung tian me to ubet silu iwil mora rubul adra tiro orang sa tiar TV. Lalu tiri do rubul mi drang si sel lang lela, maurung lela rubul ma. Akla madingin ngil wasin ngangel til meli. Emel madala blur bela usrogis. La dia albeo tertoy. E aya man mora ngalge, mabiin, marubul, marado di la kalureo. Rarogul bet perngila angara alberik samlari. E aya man bergi. Nabumbral wasitial bavier. Tok la adam na mosois wala wasis talaman. Bitaksay la ada sabi ilben kamay nadata rogul. Yolingit silteal. Mada usubes. Maria Tora Miguel was in Sweden forgive. Hindi wila na forget. Mabalik sa bumaral was in orgit the higel mne kora ngaran sila nudul tintila nudul gire la plangara ba Felix the oil. Hindi kasi lo bes Miguel was ya trata en til militar telman. Hindi mo ligit ta klaus subes makulit ala bela logo lo rin sila. Medo subes ra Felix. En kira sila Amila kalbusan el altaim, din soal mok perim sensil sa top, rado belaw blas ngirngil was nasul batemel, pina kongil mo se ora ngil belaw. Hindi ako sis malo sis yung teleman ng Institutos Prats. So man sulang nga kayo si ato ko sa program ramam sa mga di sis. Meang.